Today we're going to be talking about what they don't tell you when you get out of the Army, as well as some things to expect or do before you get out, and those early stages of when you do get out of the military, right? But without further ado, let's get to it. What is up, guys? Ben Allen back again with another video, and like I just said, we're going to be talking about things that they really don't tell you when you get out of the Army, right? But if you're brand new here to the channel, be sure to hit the like button to help push this video out to a larger audience, and smash the subscribe button because our new goal on the channel is 1 million subscribers in the next year, so I really need your all's help to achieve that. For those of you that don't know me, I was in the active duty Army for 4 years, did a year and a half in the reserves, and now I'm chilling in that civilian life, giving you guys tips, tricks, and hacks about the Army. So if you're into that, let me know down in the comments and what videos you want to see in the future. But with all that out of the way, right, guys, some of the things they don't tell you about the Army, right, and things to expect and do before you get out. So number one is the transition process might not be the easiest, right? Because typically when you're getting out of the Army, your leadership most of the time doesn't want to lose you. And when I say they don't want to lose you, I don't mean because they care about you, right? I mean, sometimes they may do care about you, right? Or they may care about you. But other times, you're a number to them. And a loss of a number means they're going to be down a man and 2 hands, right? To do stuff that, maybe they don't want to do themselves, or they don't have enough people to do. So they look at it in that terms, in that point of view, right? So they're going to try everything to get you to stay. They're going to be throwing incentives. They're going to be promising things that they may not be able to follow up on. So you really have to understand that hey, while they're saying all this, either get it in writing or just tell them how you really feel, right? If you want to get out, do not let someone pressure you into staying in, right? Don't let them try and scare you by saying, oh, do you have a plan, have you thought about it, what are your goals, because that does scare some people into re-enlisting, and then they realize, oh, I should have gotten out when I wanted to, and then they feel trapped, and it's just like a cycle, and they start maybe getting depressed, morale gets low because they feel like they're missing out on the civilian world and life like that. So that's just one thing, right, that they don't tell you, is that people are going to be hounding you to try and stay in and convince you not to get out. So I recommend do not fall into that, right? If you're dead set on it, just think about why you wanted to get out in the first place. If somebody's trying to convince you, that way you don't get caught, you don't re-enlist, and you don't feel stuck, right? The next thing that they don't tell you when you get out is that the access you have to all the friends and the people you have, it's gonna go down, right? You're not gonna be seeing those people that you've gone through the suck with, for the past 3, 4 years, 5 years, however many years, right? Once you're a civilian, right? When you're on the civilian side, it can be a little lonely, in those initial months after getting out, because you're so used to, the everyday process of, wake up, PT, whatever, go to work, and you're seeing the same 10, 15 people every single day for those many years, right? And you form a bond, and then all of a sudden, snap of the fingers, right, you choose to get out, and now you're out of the Army, and you don't have access to all your best friends, all your battle buddies, and then you just fall into patterns of maybe depression. It's definitely a thing, right? I know I experienced that form of loneliness when I first got out, right? And again, if you guys are veterans or soon to be veterans, and you guys just want somebody to talk to, hit me up on my Instagram. The link is in the description down below, or join my Discord. I want to try and help everybody have a smooth transition into the civilian world, because I know mine wasn't as smooth as it could have been, and if I can help alleviate any stress, or feelings of anxiousness that you guys may be feeling in terms of getting out, or even if you're out currently, and you're still feeling that way, hit me up, and we can talk about it. I just want to make sure you guys have the best opportunities available to you in the civilian world, right? I want to help make content for you guys that'll better you. I know my content has mostly always been basic training, what to expect, AIT, all that stuff, and it's still gonna be that. But now that I'm officially out of the reserves and active duty, I want to start making more veteran-friendly content, to give you guys an idea of what to expect. So with that being said, right, less access to the people, right? That's another thing they don't tell you. Another thing is that your schedule is pretty much entirely up to you for the most part, unless you get a job that demands 24/7 of your time, right? But like it's a bit of a culture shock, and I guess I'll sum that up by saying it's a culture shock, right? You're so used to the military lifestyle, the army lifestyle, that once you're a civilian, you don't have somebody telling you where to be, what to wear, and it just kind of like disrupts the patterns that you might have fallen into while in the military, and you feel out of place for a little bit, right? It's just like, oh yeah, it's 6 o'clock and I can still be asleep. Like, you're like, whoa, that's crazy, right? Or like it's 9 o'clock and I don't have to be in the motor pool on a Monday. Like, it's like cool, but it's also like weird at the same time. And they don't tell you about that feeling of weirdness that's gonna hit you like a truck, right? And that usually lasts for like a few weeks, few months, just depends, right? It took me a couple months to shake that feeling. And it's just crazy to like, go from active duty to the civilian side and experience that. So I would say that, that's one thing to expect. Another thing that they really don't tell you when you get out, and, they tell you this in like SFL TAP, but they really don't harp on it. It's just a class you got to check off, in order to transition. But your benefits, right? I believe you have like 180 days that your healthcare and, TRICARE, all that stuff is still active. And then after that, you got to go find your own benefits, right? Your own insurance, all that stuff. It might have changed. I don't know. You can Google it, but your health insurance, from the military is still active for a few months after you get out of military service. So, really lean on that. If you have like health issues or you have to go to the doctor or something, like just look up like where to go and all that stuff. And another thing they don't tell you about is like the VA opportunities, right? I remember we got like maybe a 20-minute like short ass class on, how to like file a claim, how to do all that stuff. And it was just, I remember doing it for the first time. Like, I was like lost. Thank God I found like a VSO that was willing to help me out. So like claiming your disability, guys, all that stuff, like that's another thing that they do not cover pretty much at all when you're getting out, because as soon as you decide to get out, they really don't care about you anymore. And that's the cold hard truth. That may not be the case across like every unit in the Army, but I'm telling you, if you're getting out or you're already out, I know you've experienced that. Like, you've just become like less of a priority, which I get, right? They have to put the focus on to the people that they're still gonna have and continue to develop them. But at the same time, if you're a leader and your soldiers getting out, it's your job to make sure that they're having a smooth transition and they're getting all the knowledge and like education on the benefits that they're allowed, everything like that, so they can have a good, transition and, have a smooth exit from the military, all right? So keep that in mind. But VA benefits as well, guys. If you guys want videos on that, let me know. I've gone through the process. I know what it's like. I've helped my friends go through the process that have gotten out as well. So if you guys want separate stuff on that, definitely tune in. I highly recommend it. It's just one of those things that if you know more about, the easier your transition will be, right? So those are just some of the things that they don't tell you, right? I'm pretty sure I can go on and on and on, but we'll leave it at that so the video doesn't get super long, right? But things to do, right? Now we're on that portion of the video. Things to do before you get out and, the first months when you get out. I would definitely like start asking as many questions as you can, right? Start asking your leadership like, hey, like when can I start taking my terminal leave? Like, how do I set up SFL TAP, right? Like, make sure you're doing that. Same with SFL TAP, right? Try not to schedule it, super like before you're getting out, right? I know you can schedule it like up to 180 days, maybe, or like what, like 15 months? I'm not sure. Not 15 months. Oh yeah, you can do it almost a year before you get out. I know we did. And I regret doing SFL TAP like almost a year before I got out, because I wish I would have done it closer to when I was getting out. That way the knowledge would have still been fresh in my mind and I would have helped my transition a lot more, right? Same thing, ask about your leave days, because they'll tell you, oh no, you can only take 60 days of terminal leave. That's bullshit. I took 70, I had 70. You're allowed to take the amount of days that you have. So definitely push hard for that, okay? I'm telling you right now, get the leave days you deserve. And when you first get out, I recommend join a gym, guys. Like, going to the gym really helps with like relieving stress, you know, it helps you stay fit. You don't want to fall into like, you know, I guess it's like the freshman 15, but it's like the veteran 25 or something, where you just put on weight because you're not doing the same workout routine that you've been doing in the military. So I do recommend going to a gym and start making connections, right? I remember I took a year off from like work and school and stuff like that after getting out of active duty, and I didn't spend enough time like making more friends or hanging out with people. I was just stuck in a rut, you know, kind of just sad that I don't have my friends from active duty anymore. So I highly recommend force yourself to go out, right? Even if you don't want to, put yourself out there and try to, you know, just live life, right? Don't be holed up and, you know, wallowing in depression, drinking and all that stuff. It's not a good time for anybody, right? But those are just some tips and tricks for getting out of the military, right, guys? I just wanted to come on here, you know, now that I'm officially a veteran, you know, out of service, whether it's active duty, reserves. I want to start making more veteran content just to help you guys out and, you know, help you guys have a smoother transition and, you know, just to talk. If you guys need somebody to like lean into or just ask questions about, again, hit me up on my Instagram or join my Discord. It's a community of soldiers, future soldiers, former soldiers, all that stuff that can just come around, have a good time, talk, and just get to know each other, right? So let me know down in the comments what else you guys want to see from the channel in terms of getting out of the military. Do you guys want to know how to file a VA claim? Do you guys want to know the process of doing the whole VA stuff? Do you guys want like videos on how CIF is when you're getting out, you know, turning in your gear, all that stuff, and how to pass that on your first try? Let me know. I will try to make those videos for you guys. But definitely hit me up on my Instagram. Link is in the description. Like I said, like this video so it pushes it out to a larger audience, and subscribe, guys, because I'm trying to hit 1 million subscribers in the next year, and I need y'all's help to do it. So share these videos with a veteran or somebody that's getting ready to get out of the military, and hopefully we can make their transition a lot smoother. But thank y'all for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I'm Ben Allen, and I will see y'all in the next one. Later.